Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is episode number 10. I am PX, Mr. Collector, and in today's episode, we're going to open up some mail.
You've got mail.
Woo-hoo-hoo. So sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy the ride. So, let's see what else I got for you today. Oh yeah, so have you noticed that now when I've been like noticing people talking about like this double box thing. I'm not really sure what that is yet. I'm not like do the figures like double box or what exactly does it mean? I have to look that up. But I noticed today there's now a trust pilot thing. When you so you know you're gonna proceed to check out and or put it in your cart and it does a trust pilot thing and it comes like from 1 to 5 stars and when you tap on it, it takes you to a different site where it's all the reviews. So I was looking at Thanos, the damaged one from Endgame, and I think he is sweet looking. Oh my, the bruising and his expression of when he realized that it wasn't gonna happen. They nailed it. They freaking nailed that look. So in the end, he's pretty hefty. Um, so as I tapped into this Trustpilot thing, and for some odd reason, they like the comments were people that were so disappointed with the whole sideshow thing and their bad experiences, and I was looking through some of them, and I was like, wow, I gotta say, I have been a member for a long time, and there were certain things that did happen, but I had to also take responsibility for it, right? Because one of the things that happened was that for me was that I I didn't contact them to let them know that I wasn't receiving any email. So with that, what's happened is that I live in two different places, and my one of my figures went to my other location, but I wasn't there. So the fact that I wasn't there, they because you had to back then you had to sign for it. The postman brought it. The UPS brought it back. They brought it twice. After that, they take it and they hold it for only 5 days. After 5 days, they send it back to Sideshow. Sideshow then takes and cancels your order and puts it back in the market. So that happened to me with one of the Spider-Mans that it's impossible for me to get now because it's skyrocketing and I'm so upset. But that was, well, Sideshow, as a little bit I was in stuck with them, but the reality is like, I must have myself because I should have called them up and say, I'm not getting any messages from you. I'm not getting any email. Because if I would have received an email saying that the figure was coming, and because they let you know before the last payment, I could have told them hold it for a little bit, or I could have told a friend, hey, my shipment is coming, please pick it up for me, and made it happen. So I've learned, right? But it's not like I say, oh, Sideshow screwed me over. No, it's just a victim of circumstance. That's the way it happened. So yeah, that's what I'm always telling you. You got to be married to the site, to your collection, right? You have to check on it every day, see what's different, see if there any changes. I tell you the other day, I almost lost the figure that I love, really love it, is the Shatari Commander. I almost didn't get him because when I looked, he was canceled, and it would happen to do with my credit card was compromised, and I called him up immediately because I freaked out because I only had one payment to go and he was ready to be shipped. So as I'm waiting for him, I'm like, where is he? I checked and it's can't. Oh my God. So I called him immediately and they were great. They were great. They immediately, fixed my issue. And within 2 days, I had my figure, right? So that's what I'm saying. If I would not have paid attention to it, like if I would have waited a month, there's a possibility that it was going to sell out. And then when I wanted it, oh well, too bad, right? So I think so I'm lucky, knock knock, that I haven't had any bad issues like the ones that I read today. And I don't understand how those things happen, but I think part of it is that people aren't married to their collection. You got to marry it. It's a relationship, and it's an expensive relationship. So with that, you can't take risk. I mean, just losing a figure and having to track it down and go through all that red tape is a freaking pain. And I've gone through that with eBay, and it really is a hassle. But knock knock, like I said, lucky me, I have not had any of those issues. All right, so let's talk about what I got today. Right? You know what time it is? It's mail time.
Mailman. Got some mail here.
Yeah. It was a good day. It was a good day. I'm sure that you experienced this like I do, right? Sideshow, when they say, so my other home is in California. And the great thing about being in California is that when Sideshow says that, they're shipping out your figure, you get it like the next day or 2 days at the latest. But my other home is in the East Coast. So the fact that I got to wait, 7 to 10 days for it is like, oh my God, I'm so spoiled. Right? But at least I know when it's coming. And then with UPS, now with the app, it tells you exactly where they're at. You can track it easy. You can follow it, 10 blocks away, 10 stops away, whatever, right? Love that. But it's not the same with Hong Kong. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So, one of the apps for Hong Kong, I think it's called Shop. And they basically is a tracking system, right, for DHL and whatever other company. They are never right. They will say, it's coming today, and when they say it's coming today, it's a guarantee it's not coming, but tomorrow. They say it's gonna get here on Monday, and then sometimes I'm surprised because they actually got here the Friday before. So it's gotten to the point where I don't stay on it and say, oh my God, when it's supposed to get here, when it's supposed to get here, right? Because it will, what I only look forward to is when it says it's in transit. That's when it makes a difference. That it's coming, right? So today, my first delivery was from Hong Kong. The weird thing is that because I wasn't exactly sure what was coming, because I thought it was going to be this other thing that has been in transit. And I think that when you order from Hong Kong, they give you different choices as to what kind of shipping you want. And you got to be really smart about that, because what happens is that the prices are extreme. Some of the prices are extreme. So because it's from Hong Kong and through, I think, like this, for example, Toys Wonderland, you may think that you're getting the figure for, let's say, a great deal, like a Hot Toy figure, because the fact that it's Hong Kong and they make them there, it's cheaper there. But when you get it through with shipping, sometimes you're better off getting it through eBay. Even Sideshow is like sometimes better, and even Amazon, right? So you really have to take those things into consideration. That okay, if I get the figure there plus shipping, what does that price compare to here in the States? And that's where you got to do your homework, right? That's what I'm saying. You got to marry your collection, have a relationship with it, do your research. Because sometimes, you're going to be kicked in the butt. You're going to be kicked in the butt because it's going to hurt. Um, so with that, you have the option of three different shipments. And one of the shipments is, let's say, airs, you know, a postal service, right? And that may be cheaper, but it could be maybe, anywhere from 15 to 30 days or maybe even longer. So how bad do you want that figure? And then sometimes if it's like the fastest shipment, it could be anywhere from $50 to $100. Right? So that's what I'm saying. Pay attention to those type of things. You got to consider all those things as far as you get it. So with that said, I always go for the reasonable delivery. And because I'm going for the reasonable delivery for that item, sometimes it's different types of delivery. So I don't know what to expect, right? So I've been waiting for this one piece, and that's what I thought when I saw the box. When I looked at the box, I was like, that looks pretty big for the item that I want, or that I thought I was getting. So when I was opening it, I wasn't sure what it was at all. All right, so I was really happily thrilled, and I'm going to show you in a little bit. But first, let's go through some of the stuff before today, right? Because I actually have 2 or 3 days that I've had some shipment comes in, but I was busy doing other stuff, or I just didn't get to it, or I was showcasing something else, and finally, tonight is tonight. So let's start off with some fun mail.
You got mail.
So the first thing I'm going to show you is so here's the deal with this. I have been waiting on this for a long time, and I don't know whether it got lost or what the deal was, but Ivanora from the Great and Powerful Oz. And Ivanora is the last figure that I needed to complete the set. So I kind of forgot about her. And all of a sudden, when I opened the package, I was like, no way. I don't know where she's been, but I was like, all right, okay, cool. So the weird thing is that I now don't remember what the other figures look like, so I'm gonna have to do some comparing. But it's got definitely Oz, it's got Glinda, Theodora, which was the other sister, and then the China Girl, which was a porcelain doll, which is really, really cool. And then Oz, of course, which is Jane Franco, and they actually did a really good job of it looking like James Franco. So yeah, I was really, really surprised. But this is Disney. Yeah, this is a Disney collectible. So yeah, I was stoked. There she goes. Right. So that was interesting. And then this guy came in, and what I was really impressed was that I have two. I'm missing one now of the 4 Ghostbusters. Yeah, I I think I'm missing. Was it Rick Moranis? I think he was right. He was the guy. So, or was it Dan Aykroyd? I can't remember. Wow. Wow, brain fart. I'm going to have to look that up. I'll get back to you on that. But I'm definitely going to talk about him because he's the only one I'm missing, and I got to get him. But I got the other two at a really good price at a collectible store here where I live. And I was really, really pleased. I think these look amazing. The details, their outfits, the resemblance. I gotta say, the resemblance for as old as these are, they did a really great job because it wasn't a thing of back then. So with this collection, I couldn't believe when he came in, he came in a shipper box. Yeah, the other two that I got at the store, right? But the shipper box was really quite sweet. All white with the little ghost, this guy right here, right in the center. Yeah, but I gotta say, I'm really impressed with this guy. Yeah, Spengler. Yeah, good one. So when I get all four, I'm gonna do a segment on that because they are really, really amazing looking. The accessories, the detailing, the outfit is awesome. The height, yeah, I mean, and the packaging is awesome. I mean, look at that. Yeah, I mean that. Look at him. Very, very happy with that. Very, very happy. Um, and then today, actually yesterday, guess who came to visit me? That's right, Miss Eleanor Roosevelt. You're like, what? Yeah, so I gotta tell you, I know that there are some amazing Barbie collectors out there, and I get it because one thing about Barbie that I gotta say is that the company is amazing when it comes to representing our history, and whether it's through fashion or whether it's through certain iconic figures, it's our history, and there's no denying it. And I don't care whether you like it or not, you don't collect her or you think she's a doll or whatever. I don't care. The reality is that I think they're doing an incredible job with representing our history. So they did Eleanor Roosevelt. Like you think, wow, I mean, right? Because you think Barbie beauty, but no, they're talking about history. So here's Eleanor Roosevelt, right? So first of all, I've never seen Barbie with gray hair like this, stylist like that. The kind of what we would call frumpy dress, and her little granny shoes, I would say. Um, but that's the way that people dressed back then. She has a pearl, she has a hat with a flower on there, and then in the back is the history. Yeah, a little summary of who the woman is, or who the woman was, and it's an important figure in our life, and she symbolized a lot of great things, especially when it came to women's rights and liberation. So you really, really got to commend Barbie for commemorating Eleanor Roosevelt, right? So there she goes. So that was really exciting. And then today I received this, and as soon as I saw the bag, I was turned off big time. Big time, because I hate when they do this. What's up with sending a figure in these bags? I hate when people from eBay do it, and I hate when Amazon does it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, well, there goes the box, because I know that it's going to be screwed up. And when I opened it, it wasn't bad. I gotta say, I was quite impressed. It's not what I was expecting, but I was really cool. So I guess that they were more careful than I expected them to be with this one. So yeah, so I saw this and I was like, okay, so I've got a nice collection of they're starting to build actually of Harry Potter figures, and I mean Gandalf right now coming out is like, oh my god! I saw an unboxing of him today. His head sculpt is freaking unbelievable, unbelievable. I mean, I mean, it looked so real. So I cannot wait to get that figure. But I think I missed the train on this one when he came out through, oh my God, what is it? Agmas or something like this, what the company's called. It wasn't 3-0. I can't remember who it was, but there's so many figures that are out and you can't get them all. And this is one of those that I was like, the others have priority. So when I saw this on Amazon, I was like, I gotta say, they, they did a pretty good job with him. And then the price was like, it was like pennies compared to what we pay for other stuff. So it's Severus Snape, and they did a pretty good job. Can you see that? Look at that. I thought that's pretty darn good. Yeah, got his wand and he's got his robe on and he's got some shoes and pants and a jacket. Yeah, I thought that was pretty sweet. So yeah, and this is I think it's Wizarding World. Yeah. So there you have it. Excuse me. So today, remember I was telling you about Hong Kong. Let me show you what came out. What came out. So I opened the box, and I was immediately said, that box. Excuse me one second. That's good. I opened the box, and I was like, oh, it's a figure. Right? Because what I was expecting last year, let me tell you what I was. I was waiting for the Superman spear, right? It's actually the Batman spear, where it was kryptonite, Superman, right? And I have the base. When I ordered the base, I thought that it was actually going to come with the spear. And then I get the base, and I'm like looking throughout the box, and I'm like, what the hell is a spear? And then I realized it's two separate things. Smart, smart, smart. So I had to order it because I wanted to make sure that I could still get it. And sure enough, it's on its way. But, it, you know, it's as skinny as this. So, probably not that long. And then the box that I got was like, I was like, okay, so that's definitely not the spear. So when I open it up, I see that it's a figure. But when I pulled it out, you see how skinny that is? There were two. And then I was so happy because I realized what they were. Okay, let me not hold the suspense anymore. You ready? Wow! Yes, yes, Django. Oh man! So here's what prompted me to get him immediately, right? So through Japan, killer price, killer price. Here in the States, forget it. The markup on the secondary market for these two figures is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And when I saw the price, I was like, oh man, I definitely lost out. I definitely lost out because there was no way that I wanted to pay that price when there were other stuff that I wanted more so at that price. But when I found it in Japan at a really cheap price, freaking jumped on it. And even with shipping, is still a lot cheaper than what they're paying for in the States. So I am so thrilled because I got a killer deal. And on top of that, when I pulled them out of the box, first of all, the artwork on that box is sweet. And I don't have anything of Leo yet. I don't have any of his figures yet. So this is actually my first Leo. And when I look over, it looks like Leo. So for the price that I paid, killer figure. Right? So the box set, beautiful, right? Nice and clean. Great portrait like they used to do back then days, right? And so he came with a couple of accessories. Okay, so here's the thing that I've got to admit. I haven't seen the freaking movie. I have not seen the freaking movie. And I know, right? So, and why did I have to have these? So here's my thing. Then one thing that you don't know about me. Um, I'm an artist. I think I've told you that a few times, but I specialize in African American history. That's my specialty. So with that said, Django definitely fits into that whole scheme of the history, right? When the movie came out, I was going through some heavy stuff. I think, I know that I was going through some heavy stuff in my life, and I was just not ready to sit in front of a screen and go through the Debbie Downer thing. I needed stuff to lift me up, make me happier, and I just could not sit in front of a movie that was going to be heavy. And I think that was the deal. That I felt like it was going to be heavy. So I waited, and then when I saw the figures come out, I said, you know what? I'm gonna wait till I get the figures, and when I do, I'm then going to watch the movie. So tomorrow, no later than Sunday, this weekend, I'm going to watch Django. And I'm stoked now that I got the figures. Because they have certain accessories that tells me a little bit about who the character is without me knowing anything. And yet there's a couple of things that I'm really curious about, and I'm gonna show you. So, without further ado, let me show you what this guy looks like. So his character, Leo's character, is called Calvin Candy, and he's got some weight on him. Right, there's the back. Comes with a hammer. So that says something. I have no idea what this hammer's about. Like I said, I haven't seen the movie, but I have a feeling that there's something really important about this for it to come as an accessory. And then check him out. Yeah, let's put him here so that. And let me look. Right, that is Leo right there. So he's got his goblet here with his little stir. And then on this hand here, that right there, so that's called a galawaz, right? It's a cigarette holder. And so it tells me that by the way he's dressed, oh, and by the way, the outfit, I mean, that is beautiful. They did an amazing job. I mean, the tailoring on this, freaking amazing. And then this has magnets. So it just snaps right back in, right? And it's definitely removable. He's got a vest and a shirt, right? So if you want a different look, you could definitely do that. Um, yeah, and I think the head sculpt is on point. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's Leo. I don't care how you slice it. That's Leo. So yeah, so when he came in today, I was like, wow, I'm so happy that I got him. I mean, I am really, really stoked about that. Yeah, so let me put him back. And oh yeah, how do you like my T-shirt? Huh? Yeah, and it says you are both hunter and prey. Sweet. I know. I'm really stoked about that. So let me show you the other figure. Hold on. Because this guy is Django Freeman himself. Right, so there's the back. And then, dang. I mean, this guy is freaking amazing. So here, let's take off his hat. And let's take off his glasses. Oh, look at that. I mean, that is Jamie. I don't care how you slice it. I mean, look at that. So here's the one thing. So his jacket and it has the snaps. He's got a nice shirt. He's got his belt. He's got his halter. Got a gun right on in there. His halter up with a gun. And then one thing that I found interesting is that he has a black hand. And that's what I want to I want to know what that is about in the movie. Is it a glove or something happened to his hand? Does that have something to do with the hammer? I have no idea. Right? So that's why I'm really, really curious as to what is going on with him. But when I got him today, I was stoked. I mean, Jamie Foxx. Look at him. Yeah, Django Freeman. I mean that is beautiful. And this figure, I'm telling you, in the states was at least double than what I paid. And I mean that's like, right? And then I saw the photos of them, and they I think he was on a horse, and I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. And then I looked over to my collection, and I have a horse. Yeah, I have a horse already that I actually have with my GI Joes, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna have to borrow him. I think he needs to be with these guys. Yeah, so pleased. I am so pleased. So yeah, guys, it was a score. It was a happy mail day. I'm telling you, I was so pleased, and I am so ecstatic with the collection that I've got going. And today was a really a beautiful day to open mail. So, my friends, please, you know what I'm going to say. The time has come. um, I'm going to say subscribe. That's what I'm going to say. And it's so funny though, because I watch one video and I'm like, okay, I know that it's at a corner and I think it's over here. So then if I turn around, I think I may be right. So I think, yeah, subscribe right over here. See my face? Right? And then if I'm wrong, now you know that it's the other side. But it's important. Guys, subscribe to my channel. Let me know, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, let me know, give me something. All right? I want to hear from you. And I got to say, I want to thank you guys too, because I'm noticing that more of you guys are watching my episodes, and with every time I'm learning other stuff and more content. I just got a light box that came in that is freaking amazing. So now when I showcase my figures, it's gonna look beautiful in the box, and you're gonna be able to see the whole thing in a great lighting. And then on top of that, I got a turntable so that you'll be able to see the whole figure as it turns. And I got a nice platform, so therefore I could also do some posing for you guys, and you could see some alternatives to how you display your figures, right? So let me know what you think. Take care of yourself. Until then, have a good one. See ya.